Washington Journal continues.
At the table now, David Keating, Executive Director of the Club for Growth. The topic here, conservatives and this campaign 2010. Let's go right to Pennsylvania, Mr. Keating. $2.1 million Club for Growth is spending on that Pennsylvania Senate race. Tell us more about your approach.
Well, the approach that we've taken in this particular race, every race is a little bit different, but we were able to set up this new independent expenditure unit called Club for Growth Action after we got an FEC opinion saying we could. And basically what we're trying to do is educate Pennsylvania voters about Joe Sestak's liberal voting record. You know, he voted for, the stimulus and the bailouts and all this sort of thing, the health care bill, and these are the sorts of things we talk about in the ad. Now, some other groups like to just assassinate character. We like to talk about issues, and we talk about the economic issues because our name of our group is Club for Growth, and that means economic growth.
What do you see in Pat Toomey in that race?
Well, Pat Toomey used to be the president of the Club for Growth, so we know him very well. We think he'd make a terrific senator. When he was in Congress, he served for 3 terms. When he was running for election, he said he would only serve for 3 terms. One of the few to actually keep that promise. And if you look at his record during those 3 terms, he was clearly an independent thinker, a strong fiscal and economic conservative who was willing to say no not only to the Democratic Party, but to the Republican leaders when he thought they were wrong. So it's exactly the kind of guy that we'd like to see in the Congress.
Boy, a close race there in Pennsylvania. Is he conservative enough?
Pat is, he's right in the mainstream, I think, of the Republican Party, and someone with real strong principles. He's very articulate. He'll be a great leader in the Senate if he gets elected tomorrow.
Did he say he would have voted for Sonia Sotomayor for the Supreme Court if he had the chance?
I believe he did.
And what was your reaction to that? And did that affect your thinking in any way?
No, it didn't. Look, I'm not a supporter of hers, but what he said was that elections have consequences, and he thinks that unless a judicial nominee is clearly, unqualified for the position, the president should be able to pick who he wants, and he thinks that should go both ways. So if there's a Republican president, if there's a Democratic Senate, they should generally confirm. So that's his approach, and applying that rule is why he said he'd vote for her.
We'll certainly broaden this discussion nationally and any specific races the folks